Chapter 1, SLAM 7, that is all about cellular respiration. What are the targets? Number 1. Explain how cell releases energy from food. Number 2. Determine stages of cellular respiration. Number 3. Describe cellular respiration in terms of cell structures involved, raw materials, end products, and energy requirement. To understand cellular respiration, let us try to answer this question. Why do we need to eat? We need to eat to get energy to do work, heat our body, or to provide electrical impulses to our brain. How do we get the stored energy from the food we eat? You can get it through cellular respiration. What is cellular respiration? Cellular respiration is a metabolic pathway that breaks down glucose and produces ATP. Hence, cellular respiration is the most important biomolecules reaction in human being, because through this, we could get energy in form of ATP. You have to take note that the energy source of all living things is a complex molecule called adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. Where can the cell obtain the energy needed to form the ATP? The cell can get that through glucose, because glucose is the major source of energy to form the high-energy phosphate bond of ATP. What is the function of ATP? ATP is the energy currency of cell, meaning that is the energy carrier. You already know what is ATP. Now, let us try to answer this question. How do breathing related to cellular respiration? We need to breathe because oxygen gas is needed in order to produce energy in cellular respiration. In cellular respiration, glucose breaks down into carbon dioxide, water, and energy in form of ATP in the presence of oxygen gas. This is shown in this chemical equation. Now, let us proceed to the stages of cellular respiration. What are the stages of cellular respiration? Stages of cellular respiration. We have so-called glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and electron transport chain. First stage, called as glycolysis, it happens in the cytoplasm of the cell, while Krebs cycle takes place in the mitochondrial matrix. And the last stage, electron transport chain, occurs in the mitochondrial inner membrane. Glycolysis is a process of breaking down glucose, 6-carbon compound, into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, 3-carbon compound by enzymes, which accompanied by a net gain of 2 ATP and 2 NADH molecules. This chemical reaction happens in the cytoplasm. Let us consider the table that we have. Based on the table, we have 2 NAD that can be produced on the process, and we have 2 ATP, and the end product is 2 pyruvic acid. Aside from that, you have to take note that on this reaction, oxygen is not needed. For you to know if you absorb something, try to answer the first question. The first question is, where is the site of glycolysis? Yes, it happens in the cytoplasm. Question number 2. What is the starting material in this process? Yes, that is Glucose. Question number 3. What will be produced after breaking down glucose into pyruvate or pyruvic acid? Yes, ATP and NAD will be produced. Question number 4. What are the energy carrier that will be produced in the process of glycolysis? Yes, the energy will be produced in form of ATP and NAD. What happens next to pyruvic acid? The pyruvic acid transported from the cytoplasm into mitochondrion, where one carbon atom as carbon dioxide is removed, leaving a 2-carbon fragment behind, called acetyl-CoA. Before we proceed to the next stage of cellular respiration, I want you to know what is mitochondrion. Mitochondrion is the rod-shaped organelle in the cell, which serve as a power generator of the cell. What are the parts of mitochondrion? We have so-called matrix. It contains the DNA, ribosomes, and soluble enzymes. Inner membrane, site of the electron transport chain. It separates the mitochondrial matrix from the intermembrane space. Intermembrane space, the space between the inner and outer membrane of mitochondrion. Outer membrane, it separates mitochondrion from the cytoplasm. Cristae, that is the fold in the inner membrane of mitochondrion. Now, let us proceed to the next stage of cellular respiration. It can be called as Krebs cycle, or also known as citric acid cycle. On this stage, there will be production of energy in form of ATP, NADH, and FADH2. This happens in the mitochondrial matrix. On this stage, we need oxygen gas. Here's the right sequence on how to generate energy in Krebs cycle. Number 1. The acetyl-CoA 2-carbon compound enters the cycle and joins a 4-carbon molecule. In the series of steps, the hydrogen and high-energy electrons are removed from acetyl-CoA. Because of this, there will be production of energy in form of ATP, NADH, and FADH2. To know how much energy will form, let us consider this one. 3 NAD plus are converted to 3 NADH and 3 hydrogen ion. 1 FAD is converted into 1 FADH2, and 1 ATP is formed. This energy production was accompanied by the release of 2 carbon dioxide. Take note of this, since 1 glucose is equal to 2 pyruvic acid equal to 2 acetyl-CoA, there are 2 turns of the cycle. To make it easier for you to understand Krebs cycle, let us consider the table that I have. Let us know if you absorbed something about Krebs cycle. Let us answer this first question. Where is the site of Krebs cycle? Yes, it happens in the mitochondrial matrix. Number 2 question. What is the starting material in this cycle? Yes, that is acetyl-CoA. What will be produced after converting pyruvic acid to acetyl-CoA? Yes, that is carbon dioxide. How many NAD, ATP, FAD, and CO2 will be produced in one molecule of glucose? Yes, we have 6 NAD, 2 ATP, 2 FAD, and 4 carbon dioxide. Now, let us proceed to the last stage of cellular respiration. That is called as electron transport chain or oxidative phosphorylation. On this stage, NAD and FAD produced from glycolysis and Krebs cycle will turn back to NAD plus and FAD. As this reaction happens, protons are H positive pumped out to the mitochondrial matrix and processed by the enzyme called as ATP synthase to produce 34 ATP. This reaction happens in the inner mitochondrial membrane. Remember, at the end of the electron transport chain, oxygen accepts electrons and takes up protons to form water. I have here a tabulated data on the chemical reaction happens in electron transport chain. Please consider this for you to understand cellular respiration easier. Let me check if you absorbed something about electron transport chain. Let us answer question number 1. What are the chemical compounds used in electron transport chain? NADH and FADH2 are used. Where is the site of electron transport chain? It happens in the inner mitochondrial membrane. Question number 3. As NADH passes through the protein in inner mitochondrial membrane, what will be produced? Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide and hydrogen ions will be produced. As FADH2 passes through the protein in inner mitochondrial membrane, what will be produced? Flavine adenine dinucleotide and hydrogen ions will be produced. What is the final acceptor of oxygen gas in electron transport chain? The final acceptor is hydrogen ion. Question number 6. What will be the product as oxygen gas accepts hydrogen ion? Definitely, there will be production of water molecule. Here's the summary of cellular respiration. Take note of this. Again, what are the 3 stages of cellular respiration? We have glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and electron transport chain. Question number 2. In what stage we have a great amount of energy will be produced? The great amount of energy will be produced in electron transport chain. In what stage water molecule will be produced? Water molecule will be produced in electron transport chain. Question number 4. In what stage carbon dioxide will be released? Carbon dioxide will be released in Krebs cycle. That's all. Hope you learned something. Thank you.